Good morning, students. Today we continue our lecture on gas laws. This lecture is being presented by me, Panit Ghatak, your chemistry teacher. So let's begin. As you can see from the heading, today's topic will be the numericals of this chapter. We have already discussed Charles' law, Boyle's law, and the concept of absolute zero as well as the combined gas equation. In today's class, we're gonna discuss about the numericals so that you get a holistic conceptual understanding of this chapter. Okay, so let's get started. So from the first question is, what volume will a gas occupy at 740 mm pressure, which at 1480 mm occupies 500 cc? Okay, so here three things have been given, that is pressure, that is P1 is being given, that is 1480. At 1480 mm pressure, the volume is 500, that is P1, V1 is 500 cc. So what will be the volume at the pressure of 740? So it will be a P2. So from this equation we have already known that P1, V1 and P2 is given. Okay, so whenever you do a numerical, you have to be very keen to look for the values that has already been given. Here in the case of first question, values of P1, V1 and P2 is given. So we only need to find the volume, that is the V2. Okay, so we here by judging this question we can use only one formula, that is Boyle's law, that is P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. If we use this formula, we can easily find the value for the V2. Okay, so whenever you have asked to write or do a numerical, you have to find which parameters have the values given in the question itself. Okay, write down and jot it down, then find which parameter doesn't have the value and for which parameter we need to calculate. Okay, then according to that we can use the equation. Okay, there are mainly three equations for Boyle's law, Charles' law and combined gas law, but the Boyle's law and combined gas law equations are more important. Okay, so here in the question and answer itself, they have put the value itself on the second line, but I recommend you not to do that. Okay, we have already find that P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. This is the equation of Boyle's law, and we have already know P1 V1 and P2. Okay, so we need to find V2. Okay, so what do we need to do? So V2 is P1 V1 by P2. So this is the actual equation. From that equation we can easily derive the value of V2 by putting all the values of P1, V1 and V2. Okay, so at first derive this kind of equation, and then by putting the values you can easily find the value of the requisite parameter. Okay, here the required parameter is P2. So by putting P1, V1 and P2 values, you can easily find the value of V2. Okay, so let's move to the next question, that is question number 2. Here the question tells that the volume of a given mass of a gas is at 27 degrees Celsius is 100 cc. So temperature is being given and the volume is also being given. To what temperature should it be heated at the same pressure? So pressure is constant. Okay, so that it will occupy a volume of 150 cc. So here pressure is constant from the equations, and do one thing, when you do the numerical, please read it twice. So I am reading it twice. The volume of a given mass of a gas at 27 degrees Celsius is 100 cc. So that will be a T1 and that will be a V1. Okay, so 2 and the next line says to what temperature should it be heated at the same pressure as the pressure is constant, and the pressure is constant, so that it will be occupy a volume of 150 cc. So V2 is 150 cc. Okay, so here in this equation, in this question, T1 and V1 is given, T1 and V1 is given, V2 is already being given, so we only need to find T2 because pressure is a constant. Okay, so in this kind of question where what is given, T1 V1 is given, T1 V1 given, V2 is given, we need to find T2 at constant pressure. So whenever constant pressure is there, we should use a Charles law. Okay, and what is the Charles law? So Charles law, the mathematical expression of Charles law is V1 by T1 is equal to V2 by T2. Okay, so here in this question we have already known the V1, T1 and V2. That is V1 is, I think, 100 degrees C, and for T1 it is 27 degrees Celsius. And in the whenever I discuss the Charles law, I have already been said that to use the Charles law we have to use it in the absolute temperature, that is in Kelvin scale. So 20 degrees Celsius, 27 degrees Celsius will not gonna work. We need to convert it into absolute temperature, that is in Kelvin scale, that is 27 plus 273, that means 300 Kelvin. And for the V2, that is the final volume, will be 150 cc. So we have V1, V2 and T1. So we need to find T2. Okay, so now we have to derive it from accordingly to get the value of T2. So how can we do that? We just replace it by here, and we will find V2 into T1 by V1 by V1. So in this equation, if we put the values of V2, T1 and V1, we will easily get the value of T2, okay, in the Kelvin scale. Okay, so after getting the value of T2 in the Kelvin scale, we can convert the temperature, that is T2 temperature, in the degree Celsius scale as well by deducting 273, and we will get the value of the T2 temperature in the degree Celsius. Okay, so in the numerical itself we have to look for the what are the values are given and jot it down, and then find which law or which mathematical expression is more applicable for that equation, okay, or for that question, and then derive the equation accordingly and put the values of the other parameters to get the value of the required parameter. Okay, so here I have put the values of V2, T1 and V1, so that we get to find the value of T2. Okay, so let's move to the next question, that is a fixed volume of a gas occupies 760 centimeters cube, that is cubic centimeter or cc, at 27 degrees Celsius, 70 semi of Hg. What will be its volume at STP? Okay, so here a fixed volume of a gas is occupied 760 centimeter cube. The volume, so volume V1 is 760 centimeter cube. Okay, temperature is 27 degrees Celsius, that is T1 is 300 Kelvin, because we know 27 degrees Celsius means 300 Kelvin. Okay, and the pressure is 70 semi of Hg, that is 70. Okay, 70 semi. So we know P1, V1 and T1. Okay, so it is being asked what will be its volume at STP. At STP, that is standard temperature and pressure, P is 76 semi, temperature is 0 degree C or 273 Kelvin. Okay, but P2 is 76 at STP. P2 will be 76, T2 will be 273 Kelvin, and V2 that we have to find. Okay, so here in this equation we are already having the values of P1, V1 and T1 and P2 and T2. Okay, so we need to find the value of V2. So here using, for this equation we have to use the combined gas law equation. So the combined gas law equation is P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. So whenever we use this equation and then put the values, we will get the value of V2. Okay, and I have already been said that don't put the values in the first line itself. You have to derive the equation, then you can easily put the values of V2. Okay, first derive the equation for V2. V2 is what? So the V2 will be P1 V1 into T2 by P2 into T1. Okay, so V2 is basically that, and then put the values of the given parameters, and then you will find the value of V2. Okay, so for doing the numericals, point number 1 is you have to read the question twice so that you get all the information given in the numerical question itself. Then jot down the values that have been given. Then according to that, you use the requisite equation. So here I have taken these 3 questions because in the question number 1 we have using the Boyle's law. In question number 2 we have used the Charles law. In question number 3, this is the last one, we have used the combined gas law equation. So I have given all the 3 equations numericals. Okay, I have given the numericals based on all of these 3 equations so that you get a clear idea. Okay, so using the requisite equation is very much important. Okay, then you have to calculate accordingly so that you get the values. Okay, so whenever you find the pressure is constant, that means we have to use the Charles law equation. If the temperature is constant, then you have to use the Boyle's law equation. Okay, and if the pressure and temperature both are variable, and we have given the pressure P, V and T, both the variables, all the variables are there, that is P, V and T, all of this are there, and nothing is constant, then we have to use the combined gas law equation. Okay, so for pressure constant we have to use Charles law, for temperature constant we have to use Boyle's law equation, and if the nothing is constant, then we have to use the combined gas law equation. Okay, so I hope you have understood this part very well. If you have any kind of doubt, you can ask me in the comment section below. So that's it for now. Thank you very much.